our rights. Nobody can take it from us.
Yeah. What do you have to say, sir?
Indeed, yes, we are coming out. The situation of the country is alarming. Things are so expensive. I don't know how you do it. These are our rights. We are coming out to show our grievances to the government. No looting. Don't break the law.
Just one day.
One day.
We are not doing 10 days.
Let government know what
we are not part of the 10 days.
The common
our
man
own
is going to.
Is Monday.
We still want the government to survive, to succeed. What we are saying is we want them to bring out the renewed hope they've promised. Hunger in the land. And when there is hunger, there will be more crime. So government have to listen to the voice of the youth, to the voice of the less privileged. People are dying every day. They could even hardly pay school fees.
People are not happy.
Feed well. So
let's do more for the people.
Law enforcement agents be around. Anybody who goes off the track will go into the net. But we are
coming out.
We're coming out.
Wike no shakara.
No
trial. No trial.
trial.
It's our country. No trial.
He said he doesn't like how things were going before. Let everything be restructured. I am saying it before my brothers. That is what the Mr. President said. When all these things are done, Nigeria will fine as America. Trust me. America has 200 and something years. Nigeria has 60 something years. We are not doing too bad, but we will do more. These Nigerians are begging. For the sake of these men and women that flew in, for your sake, for the sake of women, their mothers, their sisters, and their daughters, I beg you, please calm down and give a little time. We are going to give testimony within a year. That is the promise. More testimonies every day. No woman! No woman! May God bless you. May God bless all of you. Thank you so much. I remember. I don't know what to say, but to plead with Nigerians in my heart. I have shown them love. I have shown them commitment. I have shown my women that they have somebody to fight for them. I couldn't have done this if President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was not giving me support, because they would have removed me, killed me, or kicked me out. But he stood by me. That is the strength I have. That is the backbone that I have. And that is why I can fight for the women. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu standing by me shows that he's standing by women. And the women are the mothers of the nation. That's why we decided to gather, to plead with our children. We don't want to lose any of them. Let them stay home and give a chance. I believe 1 year from now, all the government has been doing will start showing. I know things are hard. I am not taking it away from them.
In the short term, what are you doing to alleviate the hunger of these women?
Under 1 year, Women Affairs, we've supplied economic machines to about 16 states, including FCT. Within less than 4 months. Just this year, President wants to change things. That's why he sat on the allocation to make sure that it will be properly used. We used to travel a lot before now. The
rumor going around town about a protest, the people and the government. What does the law say? First, the people are the government. Democracy is government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Number one, peaceful protest is a fundamental human right. According to Section 40 of the 1999 Constitution, it is called right to peaceful assembly and association. As a matter of fact, Section 4A of the Police Act says the police force has a duty to protect the rights and freedom of every person in Nigeria as provided for in the Constitution. As some people are planning protests, some people are also planning traditional protests. Some are planning carnival, some are planning festival. It is your own right also. But whatever you do must not infringe on the fundamental human right of movement of another Nigerian. Section 41 of the 1999 Constitution. Now, if you must protest, it must be a peaceful protest. Peaceful protest is your right. It is not your right to go and vandalize, do violence, or go and destroy life and property. Once they arrest you doing that, it is 2 portions of rice. You know where. And finally, whatever side you belong, remember, you are first a Nigerian before every other thing. God bless Nigeria.
For being behind all of this.
It's easy to blame the I don't know who are the political class.
Well, the intentions of calling the government to order for the actions or inactions relating to how it affects the lives and the livelihoods of Nigerians, right. But when the government is coming, especially the intelligence agency, saying that there are sinister motives, then one is worried that those kind of motives, why will politicians, for example, be wanting to bring down the nation in the name of peace, in the guise of peaceful protest?
I don't know any politician that I'm sitting here that is funding the protesters.
And you don't think politicians can?
Number two, Sean, let me also tell you, this current president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President Muhammadu Buhari, and a host of others, including religious scholars, participated in the protest. You could remember that. At a point when Tuba Kadiba was part of it, they were tear gassed. So it's not as if this is the first time of having a peaceful protest. It's not the first time. Now, it's not as if we're incapable of handling the situation. It's not as if the security agencies are incapable of identifying those behind it. It's not as if they're incapable of controlling the situation. Now, controlling the situation doesn't mean you use coercion at all costs. And it doesn't mean you will panic the country. Because what I'm saying is like panicking the country, you know, of what is likely to be happen. Now, if you are sure that the magnitude of the situation is as bad as they are presenting, and then they are raising fingers, like a doomsday. Yes, they are making it to look like a doomsday, like nobody is going to survive. And then if they are accusing finger on the political actors or political parties, what stopped them from convening a meeting of the political leaders to discuss with them? What stopped the government from doing that? We are part of the country.
But we are part of the government if they keep quiet also and things escalate and escalate badly?
No, nobody said the government should keep quiet.
Yeah.
But what we are saying, government have a channel of communication to its citizens. The first reason why you aspire to be a president is because you have the skill, you have flexibility, you have deterrence to engage the system. Where you need to apply deterrence, you apply deterrence. Where you need to apply diplomacy, you apply diplomacy. But in a situation where you feel you have the monopoly, and we don't live in an era of monopoly, we live in an era where people contribute. Nigeria is not just a nation of idea, it's a nation of reality. And these are the reality we are facing today. Idea is different. The reality of what we are facing today are hugely unemployment, poverty, lack of food supply, and lack of engaging the citizens. We don't want to see a repeat of what is happening in Kenya. I saw where the Kenyan president have collapsed and crying. Now, if you remove humility and remorsefulness in leaders, nothing happen apart from anarchy and violence. Arrogance will key in, sycophants will key in, and then the country will go into crisis. So what I'm saying is that as someone who experienced have been around the corridors of shaping power and politics, I expect the government to apply more of diplomacy, more of engagement. It wasn't President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that created this problem. He inherited it, and he knew he inherited it. And he said that I inherited it because I will solve the problem. Now, if you do not solve the problem, you are making effort to solve the problem, people are not feeling that effort. You can't tell them that we cannot talk. There are so many channels of talking. There are so many channels of organizing town hall meetings to engage the citizens. You know, most of these things are not like people like us that are stranded trying to call for this. What do I benefit from funding protests against the federal government of Nigeria? What am I going to benefit from it? And I've said this severally, we will never be part of pulling down the roof. The government must be careful from using their hand to pull down the roof.
Because we in Nigeria, we are at the lazy Jew after Shishe. Kini problem wa? Kini problem awa Yoruba go fúnra wa? Awusa kúrò ńbẹ̀, Igbo wà ńbẹ̀, àwọn protest ó ṣe já wa, àwa fúnra wa la fẹ́ máa léra wa kúrò ńbi táwa. Ibi t'Ọlọ́run ti ṣe fún wa, t'Ọlọ́run ti gbà fún wa. Tó yẹ pé èèyàn ti wá, Aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ló wà ńbẹ̀ as a president. What are you protesting for? Kí lẹ̀ ń protest fún? Kí lẹ̀ ń protest fún? Ngbà tó kọ́ àwa ní ìsàwá Yorùbá lẹ́ni ẹ fẹ́ protest. Tó bá ti bí yàrá jà anybody dẹ́ni Yorùbá dá. Ọjọ́ tó ní wọ́n fẹ́ protest yẹn, ẹ jáde síta tẹ lọ protest. Tẹ bá rí mi ta, tẹ pa mí. Kí ni mo fẹ́ protest fún? Tẹ bá rí mi ta, tẹ bá rí mi ta, tẹ pa mí. Kí ni mo fẹ́ protest fún? Kí lẹ̀ ń protest fún? Kí lẹ̀ ń protest fún? Ngbà tó kọ́ àwa ní ìsàwá Yorùbá lẹ́ni ẹ fẹ́ protest. Tó bá ti bí yàrá jà anybody dẹ́ni Yorùbá dá. Ọjọ́ tó ní wọ́n fẹ́ protest yẹn, ẹ jáde síta tẹ lọ protest. Tẹ bá rí mi ta, tẹ bá rí mi ta, tẹ pa mí. Kí ni mo fẹ́ protest fún? Kí ni Aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed, the president, kí ló ṣe fún yín? Go and work. Tó bá ṣiṣẹ́, tó bá ṣe pọ̀ lẹ́ni wá. Ọlá pé ayọ̀ ọ̀lẹ mélòó ní ìjọba fẹ́ ṣe, ìlú tó ti dàrú, ìlú tó ti bàjẹ́. Ṣé believe pé president kan máa jí lọ́jọ́ kan àbí Aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed máa jí lọ́jọ́ kan ó máa tún gbogbo ìlú ṣe ni? It's not possible. It's a gradually. Any sùúrù, things will get better. Protest after protest yóò lè help ẹni kò lè ṣe ní akọ̀tún máa cause violence ni. Ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀ ẹ̀yin Yorùbá, àwa ló kàn. Ẹ̀yin náà lẹ́ni ọmọ ẹni ò lè ṣèdí bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ kakólẹ̀kẹ́ sí di ọmọ ẹlòmíì. Ojú wo lẹ fẹ́ tán máa fi wò ní ìsìtọ́ ẹ̀pẹ́ ẹ̀yin Yorùbá náà lẹ́tún jáde lẹ́tún protest kiri. You need to calm down. Let everybody calm down. Tó bá dẹ̀ sọ fún ẹ tó bá gbọ́, tó bá ti dọjọ́ yẹn tó lọ síta tó ní o fẹ́ protest against who? Against Bola Ahmed Aṣíwájú, the president, ló fẹ́ lọ máa protest pé kíni ṣẹlẹ̀ àti fòjé sólójì lọ́wọ́ kó bá bá lẹ́ni tí ó bá.
Now, tributes have been pouring in following the death of the President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo, Chief Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu, who has died at 82. Arise correspondent Friday Oloko takes a look at the life and times of the late businessman and publisher.
Chief Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu, until his death, remained an elder statesman, politician, nationalist, and President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo, with a towering stature, not just in the southeast, but across the nation. Born on Friday, September 4, 1942, in Ikeduru local government area of Imo State, he studied civil engineering at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, before embarking in business ventures that grew into a conglomerate of over 20 companies, including Oriental Airlines and Champion newspapers. He had 3 unsuccessful shots at Nigeria's highest political office, the presidency. Iwuanyanwu was passionate about restoring peace to the southeast, and this is what he said in his last interview with Arise News.
Our forebears have worked very hard to build a very formidable Igbo who are respected in Nigeria. But unfortunately, what I'm seeing today is incredible. Yes, I'm aware that some Igbo young people, like young people in other tribes in Nigeria, feel they are not quite satisfied with how things are going. I think Nnamdi Kanu is part of people who have felt unsatisfied. But that doesn't entail going to kill or going to set up an army or plan to kill anybody. We live in a country, Nigeria, and there is a constitution in Nigeria. And anything anybody wants to get from any civilized society must be done through a constitutional process.
Reacting to his death, the National Publicity Secretary of Ohanaeze Ndigbo, Dr. Chiedozie Ogbonnaya, said Iwuanyanwu had a towering personality, while the governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Mba, described the death of Iwuanyanwu as a fall of a great Iroko and an incalculable loss to Ndigbo. A former governor of Abia State, Senator Orji Uzor-Kalu, in his tribute, says Iwuanyanwu was a patriotic elder statesman and selfless leader who was passionate about the growth and progress of Nigeria. Some residents of Owerri metropolis describe Iwuanyanwu as an icon.
Honestly, everybody is sad. We have lost a rare gem. I don't know how to describe him. President General Ohanaeze Ndigbo. Some people see him as Aheja Gamba, one of Igbo land, our foremost engineer. Some people call him Hadel and Enik. Some people call him Champion's newspaper. He's a great man, touched so many lives.
He was a very nice man. He's an asset. An Iroko tree has fallen in Igbo land. An Iroko tree. We missed him so much.
We are crying over his demise, but what do? We believe that God will replenish us with another Iwuanyanwu soonest.
Some Southeast leaders are now calling on President Bola Tinubu to honor Iwuanyanwu by releasing the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, since that was his desire as President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo worldwide.
Well, Sly Ezeokenwa is the chairman of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, and he joins us now to speak about the life and times of the man, Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu. Good afternoon and welcome to Newsday, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon and thanks for having me today.
Thank you, sir. It's a sad day indeed, and I would like to ask how you are feeling and how, you know, what the sentiment is like, because this is a great loss, not just for the Igbo people, but for Nigeria as a whole.
Yeah, I don't think anybody could have captured it better other than the way you put it. It is a colossal loss, just like you said, not just for Ndi Igbo, but for the entire country and the entire African continent. Because as far as I'm concerned, the influence of the man called Iwuanyanwu pervades not just the entire landscape of Nigeria, but essentially the African continent, given the diverse areas in which he excelled while he was alive. For us in APGA, you know, the Pan-Igbo party, because if you recall, at the formation of APGA in 2002, it was formed as primarily a party to galvanize the support of Ndi Igbo across the country, and then subsequently to equally, you know, reach the length and breadth of the country. So Iwuanyanwu represents many things to many people at different points in time. Incidentally, much as I am quite young, I've happened in the course of discharging the functions of my office, I've happened to have, you know, several encounters with him. I recall with nostalgia, the last one was at his office here in Abuja, and then we discussed passionately about so many things. I think prominent among our discussion was the fact that I kind of commended him for his stance on the detention of the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the need for him as the President General of Ohaneze Ndi Igbo to galvanize other Igbo leaders to pay a courtesy call on the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, on the need, especially given the prevailing insecurity that has come to greet the entire Southeast with the continued detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and his willingness, you know, even at his age, because he died at a quite ripe age of 82 years. But for someone who is, you know, at that particular age, it's meant to have probably retired and resting, you know, peacefully in his home. But then he took it upon himself at that particular time to lead Ndi Igbo at a point when the Igbo nation was in dire need of quite a fearless leader. And so that's why I joined, you know, the portfolio of opinion on this issue to say that this is indeed a colossal and a devastating loss for the entire Igbo nation.
Because of this one, so I just saw this news. Senator Ifeanyi Ubah is gone. Ekpa in London. I will start to fear this slide more now. I will start to fear this slide more. What is funny is this man, I was with this man a few weeks ago. I won't go collect sample for clothes where they do for me. So the person come tell me, say, Ifeanyi Ubah they come. And he go like introduce me to Ifeanyi Ubah. As I reach there, Ifeanyi Ubah already buy a lot of clothes. I don't want to exaggerate. The clothes where this man buy, plus shoes and everything, if you know much, you reach like 30 million. And after he finished, they come measure his head, they come introduce him to me, they come say, ah, sir, this is very dark man. And the man can say, very dark man. Yeah. The man does not even know me. Let's say, what does he do? Or something like that. Then I say, ah, he's a social media person, da 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 da. And I said, oh, okay. But in boys where they around now, they know me, right? So they come say, ah, say, sir, oh, you take him as your son, oh, you know, the kind of things he does, you know, you will need proper guidance, you will need all those kind of things, you know, because the person who introduced him to me, say, ah, this one, I be people where we say, if any while a day you call them, you know, they'll give you guidance, they'll support you with whatever thing they can support you when you want to do your thing. You know, they just introduce us, his boy, we exchange numbers, and then this man left. Now, he never reach 1 month. Now, he don't buy. First things first, who go wear those clothes? It's not a stupid question, right? What I'm trying to say is nobody knows what will happen next. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what will happen next in this life. Nobody knows. This is a big loss. This is a very big loss. This is a very big loss. I don't even know. It's just, bro. They do me like, bro. Somebody that was laughing and the man, they okay. This is somebody that was, hey, this life. What is the purpose of coming on earth? You know, this is a wealthy man. I'm still here to discover the purpose of coming on earth. I'm still here to discover it. We come, same routine for everybody. Come, you go to school. After school, you start working. After working, you start earning. Then you get married. You give birth. Is that it? You struggle, everybody struggling just to make money, to drive the best car and have the best houses. Is that it? Is that why we are here? Is that why we are here? If to say this money or all these things we are trying to acquire, maybe if we buy more lives, then I will not say, okay, there's something we came on earth that is worth it. We'll be here forever. We'll see the beautiful roads. We'll see the long bridges. We'll see the new currencies. We'll see new governments. We'll laugh. We'll see new beautiful women. We'll see new beautiful children and all that. That would have been worth it. All this man land and all this man properties and all that. God, what are we really here for? What are we really here for? And this is why I try as much as possible, and I advise and I encourage people to always try to do the most with your time, especially when it comes to yourself. Do your best to make your own self happy. If coming online to bash people will make you happy, try to do it, but don't get arrested. If helping people will make you happy while you're on earth, do it. This advice is not for people where they do robbery, where they buy people, where they do kidnapping. I just mean unlock your full potentials. Unlock your full potentials as a person, because you never know when it's going to come. Rest in peace to Sir Ifeanyi Ubah. God bless you, and may your soul rest in perfect peace.
Watch that short report about the situation in the country. Give us your short reflection about it.
The situation in the country?
That short report that you just listened to.
Among the old, the young, and the men and the women is the quality of leadership. What is leadership in the first place? People who grow up with sufficient patriotism, with spirit of nationalism, people who grow up with good ethical values. This is what we should be targeting. Unfortunately, we don't have these in good numbers. So give leadership to the young or to the old. We're all going in this direction.
So why don't we have enough of these ethical values, do you think?
That is the problem. People are not listening. We're so self-centered, so egocentric. And that is why corruption seems to flourish, that people cannot be honest, and it is a disease that has crippled this nation. And if we don't take time, we are going to be in serious trouble. Because people should just be honest. People should be patriotic. People should just do their work with the fear of God, and the hope that this work will bring progress to the young people and the nation as a whole.
You made a good point that people do not listen. And so everyone always complains about politicians. You have also been quoted as saying that Nigerian politicians are self-serving. However, they emanate from the people. So doesn't that say something about us as a people?
Yes. It's not only politicians that are self-centered and self-serving. We religious leaders too. We have our own share of the blame, the traditional rulers, and then those in active governance. You know, we have a problem. And I think it's a matter of serious introspection. We need to look into our hearts and critically examine who are we and what do we do? What are our motives? Why are we in the places we are? What can we do better? And things like that. But this lack of critical self-analysis is what generates the corruption. People just contest for positions, aggressively campaigning and generating all kinds of negative issues and all to get to a position where they have access to the national patrimony. They have access to wealth uncontrolled. They can use it anyhow and so on. They don't care about the common good. They don't care about the children growing up. They don't care about the youth in their millions on the streets who should be well looked after. There is no social insurance scheme. If you are sick, you are on your own. If there's somebody who is mental on the street, she is on her own. There is a young person who, has issues, nowhere to go. So I think we need to talk about ethical values, this patriotic spirit that we must all cultivate, which I'm afraid people get into politics and this is absent, and we need to grow.
So how is...
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all, my people. Thank you for your time with us today. Happy Saturday to every one of you. Today is 27th of July, 2024. The month is almost running out. I appreciate every one of you for your time with us. Thank you very much, Mother, for all Mommy Diaspora. Good evening to you, Mommy. Thank you very much for being there and for all you do. Thank you very much, Abo Azi. I appreciate you, sir. Thanks for all you do, Madam Iris Finance, Madam Antonia, Abasi TV. God bless you all. Thank you very much, Jaja. I can see right there. Thank you very much, my people. Doris Audio is with us. Ijidima Wale, Fatombi. Thank you very much, Kingsley Ogerahi. Thank you. Peggy Modi, good evening to you, man. Thank you very much, everyone. Wabo Felix is right there with us. Woman Felicia, thank you very much. Love God is my strength. I can see you. Thank you, Joel Taho, Anthony Ola, Queen Osifo, Shizoba, and many others. Thank you very much. I've tried my best showcasing almost everybody already, CXL, and many, many more. I'd like us to move on right now. I've posted out a link for those of you that want to join today's broadcast. Please click on the link and join us here, and let's talk about the things that's affecting you and I. Yes, the breaking news that happens today, all of you already are aware. As you know, when breaking news happen like that, even though it happened for morning, I'm the kind of a person, I just wait in my normal time of coming on air to talk about it. Yes, so it happens. I actually got the news this morning that Senator Ifeanyi Ubah have passed away. It's strange. Just 2 days after Iwuanyanwu died, then another prominent individual died again, Senator. Although both of them are different when it comes to names. But I'm not here to judge the dead, but I am entitled to my own preference, or rather my own choice. The death of Iwuanyanwu, father of all, hit me so hard. But this one death, I don't understand them. It not hit me. I'm sorry, it not hit me anyway, but I still don't understand them. But Iwuanyanwu shocked me even when I was busy and all that. When I hear the news, I was so shocked. Till today, I'm still shocked because all the video I've watched from that man, the man is always speaking for the good people of our country. About this man where he died, so this Senator Ifeanyi, what was his other name, Ubah? Like I said, I'm going to leave that for my panelists to talk on him because I really want to know more about him. But I know I've showcased 1 or 2 news about him on this platform in the past, but it wasn't a good news. But I'll leave that for people to talk on it. But it's very, very unfortunate to see how people are losing their lives. When we speak sometimes on this platform, people think that we don't have sense. So within this one, they talk, enter house. How can you be talking to a governor like this? How can you be talking to a whole president? How can you be talking to a whole senator? How can you be talking? Forgotten that death is inevitable. Yes, death is inevitable. The reason why we speak is for you to leave a good footprint and live a good life so that people can reference to you positively. But when we say this, thank you, Madam Rita. When we say this, people think that we don't know what we're saying. It's very unfortunate how people losing their lives. I'm talking about the people that have billions in their accounts. They have series of properties across, not just Nigeria, across the world. But you see how they are dying every day. Some people dying in an effort of bringing back looted funds. The funds will be relooted again. These people, when you speak to them, they ask you, who are you? Who be your papa? Who be your mama? How dare you speak to me like that? How dare you mention my name? This satanic set of people see themselves as mini gods. We speak all the time on this platform for you to learn, even though you have a fatted bank account. But that is not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about that none of us is going to live forever. You can live a good life today by touching the lives of people, most especially Nigerians' lives. We all are in excruciating moment in our country. You heard a very dark man saying that this Ifeanyi Ubah spent more than 30 million naira on clothes shopping in Nigeria. This is not foreign clothes. Maybe made a taste so close for him and all that. Now he talking just I was not I know they then when I hear him from the horse's mouth. This is how our politicians lavish their money. Our politicians can buy a house worth 1.2 billion naira for their girlfriends, side chicks. I'm not talking about their wives, side chicks on their birthday. Politicians spend excessively, spend lavishly, spend satanically, stupidly on themselves and the people they choose as their loved ones. While the resources that belongs to the common Nigerians is not getting to us. For example, watch this. Tinubu, circulated bag of rice and all that. People were rebagging the bag of rice, for resale. Watch this.
Please, I want you people to come to our aid. This federal government food here, and they are changing it and share it to the market. They are changing, not for sale. And now they are changing it to another bag. They wanted to sell it in the market. But we hijacked them here, that they will not take the food out until they share the food to the people that are supposed to be. And the person said it that he have the allocation from Ministry of Agri. Please, I want you to come to our aid. We want you to come to our aid. This is what they are doing. Tomorrow they say government. This is not for sale. Federal government assists food. Please come to our aid. Video it very well. Video it. These people are hungry. I bought one beans today. One tin beans. I bought it 318 naira. 318 naira. One mudu of the beans now is 30,000 naira. This is what they are doing. This is what they are doing with Nigerian food. This is what they are doing. This is what they are doing. They will rebag it and sell it. This one is beans. This one is corn. And this is millet. See them here. See our food, gari. See what they are doing. Please come to our aid. Not for sale. They are selling it in the market. Please. And the man, even making noise that he can do something. He can up to anything. He's not up to anything. I told him that he can't do me anything. I will expose them. This is what they are doing. As far as I stand with my truth, nobody can do me anything in my life. This is what they are doing.
All right. Una see what is up for there, right? Unfortunately, I'd like to use this opportunity to pass a message to every one of you. If you are passing a message, most especially on a video, although I don't ever talk about them on this platform before, please always give a proper details. The location, the address, the person that is involved, at least enough information, because this video is circulating everywhere, but I am not sure anybody know the location or where it happens and all that. Sometimes people can be agitated and forget about, to give the proper information. There was this person that was giving information sometime, in Southeast, and I talk about it on this platform, and he refused to give the area, the address. Come to our aid. Where you not talk for the video. So now this one still do so. You are not telling us the area, the state, the local government area, and the person involved and all that. But all I know is that Tinubu recently, just last week here, distributed food across the whole states and money as well to governors to help their own citizens. But see how wicked people can be. Repackaging this rice, removing it from the government bag, scripted this food is not for sale. They are now repackaging it back to their own bags, then put in the market for Nigerians to come and buy. Remember, this same thing happened during the time of COVID-19. In fact, my own governor go hide food. My state governor, Governor Godwin Obaseki, yes, he did it. But although he denied it, he was not aware it happens. How can you be in a state where people go hide lots of food that belongs to the people? You say they are aware. So this is the situation we find. Even some of the satanic touts that follow like those state governor, they carry the food themselves. They can't go to share for their satanic mother and father and all that. Some of them are now in London and all that. You guys know what I'm talking about. This is where we find ourselves, but forgotten that life is just one. Death is inevitable. See what is happening now. Some of these satanic politicians that are losing their lives today, some of them are guilty of these things. The sad part of everything right now is that the same satanic politicians, those that are still alive, we hear what we are saying or hear the death of their fellow colleagues, they will still not change. That is it. They're not going to change. They just say, I beg you, wait to consign me and all that. They are looting. The protest scheduled for 1st of August is on Thursday, which is just next week. I bet you half of the governors across the 36 states of Nigeria, they have left Nigeria already. Yes, do your findings. They have left Nigeria. Their wife have left Nigeria. Their children, although most of them, their children not defending for Nigeria anyway. So their children, their wives, their everything, all of them they have jackpot because they are not sure what is going to happen. Even though we all are calling for peaceful protests, but these guys, because they are satanic, they are scared. They don't want it to happen to them. They have left. Ministers, governors, senators. They say airport is busy right now. I have a friend, immigration, that work in the airport, in Abuja. He personally told me, say, Zevi, listen, everywhere is busy. If wait, he asked me, say, guess what? People that is leaving Nigeria now, you will be surprised to hear. I said, who's people? Say politicians. The way that they rush, they come out right now, rapidly. Because when you do something, you'll be guilty. You already know the outcome of what you have done might come to haunt you. These guys are flying away. Even though Nigerians have promised them that we're only going to engage on peaceful protest. But these guys still don't trust. They don't trust us. If you are good government, why will you be running for your life when Nigerians are calling? Because we've protested before in the UK. I've never seen any parliamentarians. They are traveling. The prime minister and all of them, they are traveling out of the country to America just because we want to have a protest. No, it's only in our country because these guys, they know what they're doing. So Ifeanyi Ubah is gone. I don't know if he was sick before. I don't have any details about this whole thing. If he was sick, whatever that happens and all that, I don't know how it happens. But I'd like us to take this article. Maybe the article might have more information. But let's take this. As you can see that on the screen, guys, help us to press on the like button. Press on the dollar sign now. Nobody don't buy me coffee today. I only talk, sis. Click on the dollar sign, encourage our work. And the lights is very, very minimal. In case you're not aware what the light is all about, it means that YouTube recommends this video for other Nigerian communities that have not seen it, so that they can hear our voices. Always like, always share, so that our voices can always go far. As you can see that this one is coming from People's Gazette, saying that Capital Oil boss, Senator Ifeanyi Ubah, Slumps dies in London hotel. What did this man go do for hotel, by the way? What did they find they go for hotel? What did they do for London? You don't understand. Regardless of what, say these people are satanic, their death is still painful sometimes. I'm sorry to say, I just want to be myself before some people say I don't offend them, but it's still painful. It's really, really painful. Yeah, this one died, that one died, this one died. I don't understand. Nigerian politician, businessman Ifeanyi Ubah has died. Mr. Ubah suffered slumps after suffering what family sources described to People's Gazette as cardiac arrest and passed away in London yesterday. He was just 52 years old man. Family members, including Mr. Ubah's wife, have begun mourning after receiving information that their steward died in a hotel in the United Kingdom capital. The Gazette learned shortly after Sarah reporter first broke the news on Saturday morning. Mr. Ubah was 4 years the CEO of the downstream oil marketer Capital Oil. In 2014, Mr. Ubah ran for governor of Anambra under the Labour Party but lost. He then moved to the Young Progressive Party, YPP, winning a Senate seat in both 2019 and 2023. And he's still a senator right now, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he's a serving senator. Later, in 2023, Mr. Ubah defected to the ruling All Progressive Congress, APC. He explained then that his joining the APC was to ensure the Southeast aligns with the government at the center. He served as a member of the Nigerian Senate until his death. Yes, he was serving till that. But the shocking part of this whole news now is that what do I call this man? Samuel Ekpa. Samuel Ekpa, all the boss champagne everywhere. Because say, what did they happen? Because at the same place they come from. Why is Samuel Ekpa celebrating? Samuel Ekpa, why are you celebrating this man? This man's death. Samuel Ekpa don't write everywhere. Now let's one I say my carry come. I know your feet go there. You know, he said the people who want to kill me, how far? Ojuku or Ijuku or NJOKU. I don't know what that means. I can't pronounce it. Somebody, I need some of my Igbo brothers and sisters to come in later. Come tell us what NJOKU or Ujuku or Ujaku, what it means. Simon Ekpa is celebrating the death of Ifeanyi Ubah. But why? Why? This is one of the things I'm talking about. Maybe he does step on Samuel Ekpa toes so many times, or he don't do one or two things that which is not right, or I don't know. I don't know. Live a good life when I not go here. Spend 50 million, 30 million, take buy shoe. Wike go spend how much they buy. They buy that drink where you don't drink with the 30 Nigerians anyhow. You know, say you can't dare to protest in Abuja. Even Tinubu, that is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, he lives in Aso Rock in Abuja. He have not threatened Nigerians. He have not told Nigerians not to protest. In fact, he came out telling us now that yes, protesting is not the issue, but it should be protest. It should be peaceful. Satanic Wike is saying that you can't come out in you know, see that Yoruba man where they talk just now say, oh God, why is it that some of our people are so gullible? You know, let me tell you the mentality of that our brother that spoke earlier on, saying that make could not protest and all that. But his words, he say, why is it that our Yoruba man we did the one removal from there? Why? So this person only just believed on the ethnicism, tribalism, you know, rather, or maybe favoritism. You know, he have one or two things that is benefiting from Tinubu, or I don't know. But forgotten that this is not about ethnicism, who come from a village or not. It's about the country. Our country is falling. It's falling every day. If you are sick today, you are not guaranteed that you will live. If you had an accident today, including that our brother that we're talking, if you get accident today, ambulance cannot rush you anywhere. People will only carry their camera, be recording you there, be saying, hey, we never die, oh, you see the breathe, oh, see body they shake, oh, they'll just talk that one, you give up there. If they call an ambulance, the cars know they come off for road for ambulance for Nigeria. They don't respect sirens, they don't respect it. The only thing they respect is soldiers, armies, military, and government parastatals. Those are the kind of people they respect, not ambulance. Because those people, they carry one big stick where they hit cars, make cars come off for road. But ambulance, ignorant people, they don't respect it. Now you are saying that this government should continue. The satanic set of people that are recycling themselves since God knows when. You want them to continue to rule us. But forgot if you for today say you they sick. You don't even have any hospital that will look after you. For you to get any tablet now in Nigeria is extremely expensive. What about if they want to carry out operation in you? How are you going to survive these things?
These are the things that you guys should be looking at. You know, don't look at the selfish part or the money they've given you or paid into your account. This money can't rescue you when big sickness hook your neck. The money can't help you. You know, then you don't see that satanic woman, that minister of ministry of whatever she is, I don't know, telling, you know, indoctrinating the market women to warn their children not to come out to protest because she used a word on quote that, yes, we don't want any children to die. Please tell your children to stay at home. You see that threat. You see that blackmailing statements. You know, when you engage on peaceful protest, people, they die, if not because our government are satanic. People supposed to die before. And for our people that is planning for this protest, I've said this so many times on this platform, and I'll re-echo it again. Please, let it be a peaceful protest. This one, well, now, they start to they loot shops, they break shops, they destroy cars driving on the road, or the traffic, stealing from people and all that. You will only just trigger the government to respond to you on that. Yes, because the reason why I'm saying it in NSAS, una doam, na thief, all the ShopRite in Lagos, una break all of them, steal phones, things. A lot of people were carrying 50-inch, 60-inch television on their head, running with it. Please, let us send our message on this protest so that the government will listen to us. Don't engage on any kind of violence because I already know now. So you guys are cowards and satanic because even though you are going to engage on violence, the violence you are going to engage within Nigerians, you will be killing yourselves and be stealing from yourselves. I know you guys and I know what you can do. Please, let's do this to send a sound warning to the government that we cannot continue like this. We have to continue to demonstrate our constitutional rights. It's our right to protest. The only way you can communicate with government is through protesting. I'm one of the people that have been advocating since that Tinubu is not aware that we are suffering. You know why I said that so many times on this platform? Because Nigerians refused to engage the streets. I said, okay, una dey inside house, they talk so they hungry. Una not hit the street. Tinubu, as far as I'm concerned, Tinubu don't know whether they suffer. Which is it? This is the official communication. It normally happens through protest. And this is the right thing Nigerians want to do right now. But you taking advantage to engage in looting, stealing, you know, vandalizing and all that, I'm totally against it anytime, any day. Because a lot of Nigerians suffer during the NSAS. Small business, a lot of them closed at that time and they could not return back to business in today because how you guys looted their goods. That's why I go talk and reach my people. I appreciate every one of you. I have one more article. Let me bring that to your screen so that we can move on. Somebody asking for a link. I posted out a link earlier on. Click on it. You know, I will forward it again, but when I finish this. As you can see that one right there, federal government approved Eni's proposal to sell Egypt to Tinubu's nephew. Anyway, let's move on. Let's just move on. Now, Amnesty International does send message to satanic Wike. Yes, you cannot be threatening Nigerians, thinking that, yes, now you get Nigeria. You know, one day, Tinubu will even sack this one, come on, say. Wicked government officials have no power to stop peaceful protest. Amnesty International, they don't put leg for this matter. Amnesty International has condemned recent statement made by the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Wike, that the FCT is not available for protesters. In a statement on Friday, the human rights organization condemned the reckless and misguided statement attributed to Mr. Wike, who was quoted by the media as saying FCT is not available for protesters. It added, peaceful assembly in the FCT is a fundamental human right that must be respected. Exactly. Behaving like a tout. Wike always behaving like a tout. Agberu. Threatening Nigerians The ICT is not available for protesters. Are you going to lock all the residents in their house? Or what? I don't understand. I'd like us to move on, my people. Appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much. Yeah, give us a Monday. Thank you. I don't see you already. You know, thank you very much, my people. I guess that is all I have for you guys today. I'd like us to move on. Let me take some calls quickly. For those of you that want to call in, this is the best time to call in so that we can move on. Today, we have a lot of people watching us. We have 820 people watching us across. You know, please, any part you are watching us from, please press on that like, help us to share, and let our voices go far. We have Ogashimeze already on the phone. Ogashimeze, thank you very much, sir, for calling in. Please talk to us. Thank you, sir.
Good evening,
Good evening to you.
morning. I greet all Naija Watch family. Mr. Elvis, thank you for all you do. In fact, you're hitting it so hard. I love you.
Thank you, sir.
What you're doing. Thank you. God should keep you alive. Yeah, all of us though. So now, see, let me sound small Yoruba. See that man, Olori Buruku niye, Omale niye, Omale Olori Buruku. And no serious. By coming out, hey, who are you? Why are you protesting for? Why are you protesting for against Rumbu? Hey, go and walk. Come on. Even if you do that work, then after you do the work, get the money, go to market and buy something. You know that money you work for doesn't mean anything to you. They can't even feed you. You're coming. Look at these people. You see, but the woman, the other woman, I don't know that minister. You see, all of them are still saying that protest will do this. All of them is a satanic. All of them, be you man or woman coming out, threatening Nigeria for what is their right to protest. You're satanic. You're satanic. You don't mean well for Nigeria. And you guys, you will see people dying anyhow. Misfortune deaths. You can't even from there learn something. Ask yourself, oh, look at bad news. 2 prominent people from Southeast. Just two of them is in the mortuary now. You can even ask yourself a question. That's all. Let me repent. Let me hear this. You see, this government have already watched Nigeria. Nigerians, because Nigeria have been sitting down. Nigeria just keep quiet in anything. Okay, when they bought a car of 160 million, where are these people? Have you when they condemn it? I said no. Nigeria are hungry. One of them buying plane, buying hike, all of them. Have you ever, all of you that are coming out right now to talk to Nigeria as you guys say, we are angel, you like your government. I don't blame you guys. You see, you see, Portable, what's Portable? Portable, I put him the same thing with Wike. That Portable that sing, he said the same thing. Look at their voice, the same thing. Even like they watch, find Portable video to play. You will hear this guy say about Nigeria. You will hate him because all these people, I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't know what's wrong with them. You know, it's really bad that Nigeria is hungry. Everything, nothing is moving. Even business have collapsed. Check how many containers still moving back down to Nigeria. Take all of them. All my friends, nobody is shipping. Everybody just keep their money or do something here. Because it can be shipping container, shipping things. Then at the end of the day, your profit go to Nigeria by custom or Nigeria government. Is they good? All this will make hunger. Because I know money that people buy something, you go to Nigeria, they will see business.
Thank you.
Do.
Thank you, sir.
No, please, let me say something.
No, you're already 4 minutes. Please round up 1 minute.
Please. Ifeanyi Ubah, See, you don't know what these people are doing behind the scene. See, I'm not the type of person, if someone die, you see, if people, oh, he's a good person, oh, he's a nice person. I don't do that. If I don't see you as a good person, I can never come out when you die, you say you're a good person. That's how Nigeria do. They have to stop it. What Ifeanyi Ubah versus Cosmos? What of that? Come back. Hey, if you watch that look for his video, you know how many millions Ifeanyi Ubah owes this guy, and he denied it. That's the reason why he from APC joined the moving train. Don't mind what he said that, because of political this, political that. No,
all right.
Because he has the packages. That's why he entered APC. And I have so many things to say because of no time. Let me stop it right here. I will come back in the second round.
Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. Your name and where you calling us from?
Hello, Naja.
Yes, sir. Good evening to you. Your name and where you calling from?
Good evening. My name is Chito. I'm calling from Freetown, Sierra Leone.
Okay, sir. Talk to us. Good evening to you.
Mr. Naja, I appreciate your good job. Believe me, but there's something I will disagree with you tonight.
Okay, sir. Go ahead.
I'm an Igbo man. Igbo politicians deserve to die. Yes. Because they mean no well for our people. God of our land is paying them one by one. I'm telling you. I know you talk about Iwuanyanwu, but if I told you the story of that man now, you will be marveled. But I'm one of those people that nobody can come out and use, any woman or child or whatever can come out and use. People are always this. What's it call it? They always they don't want to know the truth. And when you tell them the truth, it's like you removing something from their flesh. You know, but people like me, we keep speaking it. It doesn't matter who offends. I will keep speaking this truth until the last day I draw my breath on this planet Earth. No, apart from this governor that is in other states now, and Abaribe. You see, all the rest can go to the place where there is no window. These are evil politicians. They are the most horrible human beings on this planet. Evil politicians. They are the most horrible. When I say horrible, on this planet Earth, these are killers. They are not politicians. They are killers. If we know what these people have turned our people, our land into, all of them have gunmen, they have militias that if you disagree with them, they come and kill you. These evil politicians. But our land will pay them. And they have started paying them one by one. And let me go to Naija Watch. Let me go to Samaneba. He's a criminal. You know that he's a criminal. Because of our people are so gullible. You know, our people, Igbo people, some of them are so gullible to the core. You know, he took advantage of everything that happened to use, because you know that our people are gullible. You know that some Igbo people are so gullible to the core. He's a hardened criminal. You know how to manipulate our people. That is how our people are so stupid. Where I look at myself and I say that is it these Igbo people they say that are so clever? That are so clever at this? No, these are not the people that are telling me they are so clever. These are bunch of God knows where they bring them and say they are clever. I'm an Igbo man speaking, so before person will accuse you now that this person is not an Igbo man, I want my Igbo before somebody will accuse you. Because you know why? This guy called Samaneba is smoking at the same, they are both the same. They recruited this Samaneba to come and fight IPOB. What I'm telling you, they know this. He knows it. They recruited him to come and fight IPOB, to come and protect the people that are protecting our land, and he has failed. Since he has failed, what is he doing now? He's to attack them. He knows what I'm talking. He's listening to you. He knows what I'm talking about.
Thank you.
They recruited him. He's an agent.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Naija Watch.
God bless you, sir. Thank you. Okay, we have Madam Origin with us. Madam Origin, thanks for calling in. Good evening to you, ma. Please talk to us.
everyone. Hello, my people. Mr. Niger Watch, you are. God bless you. Let me stop it there because I have quite a few things to say. Mommy Desperate, thank you, Ma. Thank you for all you do for us. I greet the panelists. I greet all the wonderful people that come here every day because of you, this channel is alive and we need to keep it alive. I go straight to the point. Okay, go straight to the point. I just want to speak what I know. And as you all know me, every day I come here, I come for a set of people, the youth of Nigeria. Now they are few because I am hearing a lot of, human engineer generated AIs that are talking, and I wish and I pray they go and research and they go and begin to whom brain is given, common sense is required. You see, I have heard from childhood Chief Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu, may his soul rest in peace. I heard about him from as a child, as a growing, but recently in the last 1 year, I think with all these things going on in Nigeria, and especially when he took over the presidency as the President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo, I began to study and follow him and know what he's doing. Oh, one day I came here, I was angry and I talked because I found him in the midst of what I call in the middle of the monster, one monster plus X, the one from Imo State and Enugu State. And he was in the midst of them. I say, how did this man get here? But I continued to follow him and realized that, you see, that is why I encourage, whether you are Igbo or whether you are, no matter what state, what place you come from, please make out time and study so that you'll be able to decipher between those that are, mean well, and those that don't mean well. I believe Chief Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu meant well. He took that position to see how he can move, the Igbo forward because of his antecedents. And I began to look back. I saw that this man meant well. And what happened? He nevertheless, little did he know that the monster he allowed in Imo State will be part of his nemesis. I rested there, I spoke in parable. Because as we are speaking, these people now have, as the last time, they now have, they have anointed someone else as far as June, that is now speaking in the place of Chief Iwuanyanwu. They call him Royal Majesty Samuel Ikechukwu Asaju. They picked him from diaspora. Clueless. Now he's speaking. How did he just speak on the day that Iwuanyanwu passed? He was speaking on behalf of Rudy, but we don't know him. So be careful, everybody. Mr. Niger Watch, you're going to face that thing, the evil that you support or you allow today. Because evil always look to destroy the good. The more we let evil thrive, the more good people will buy. And I bring another one. SDP chieftain says, if I hope I had him correct, he said the security apparatus of Nigeria is still in the hands of Nigerian government, the NSA, the chief of staff, the SGFs, I add the police, the army. The security of the lives and property of the people of Nigeria is still in their hands. They need to protect the people. And let me say it here. If any Nigerian criminal go out to loot on his own. If that person dies, his blood is on his head. But if Nigerian government go and recruit and bring mayhem, and any Nigerian person die, the blood of that Nigerian will be on their head, on their first generation, second generation, third generation, and they will not escape it. No more people of Nigeria are no longer going to die as a sacrifice. Everybody will answer on their own head. So, Nigerian government, hear me. If you organize and cause mayhem in this peaceful protest, anyone that dies, their red is on your head and to your first generation, and you start reaping, you will regret it, because some of you will go and think in the Google you are going to nothing is going to protect you all anymore, because evil is evil. Thank you, Mr. Niger Watch. I rested there.
Thank you, ma. Thank you so much. Okay, let me take another call. Mr. Wale, thanks for calling in. Good evening to you. Talk to us. Mr. Wale, go ahead. Mr. Wale, what did they happen now? Your network is bad. We can't hear you. Your network is bad. I need to pick another call. We can't hear you. You are breaking. You are still breaking. No, you are breaking. We can't hear you, sir. Call back. Call back. Quickly. We can't hear you at all. All right. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you. Let's see if we can take one more call and that's it. You know. Okay, Mr. Wale, let's see if you can hear me now. Guys, help us to press on the like button, help us to share. God bless every one of you right there. Thank you so much, Udoka Joy Alozie, for becoming a member on Nigeria Watch platform. I want to say I'm very, very grateful, and God bless you. Thank you so much, guys. Please, you can do the same if you are listening to me right now. You can join our membership. You can hit on the dollar sign. It's just right there on the comment section. Click on it. Encourage our work here. Help us to share, like, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we are here. I appreciate every one of you, my people. Okay, let me leave callers for now and come to my people right on the panel. Now, God bless you, my people. For those of you just joining us right now, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Do your part and press on the like button. Help us to share. Ife Sinashi, you've been on the backstage since, but I can't see your face. So fortunately, I can't bring you in. Every part of where you are living, there's so much darkness there. If you can hear me, Ife, because that's your name there. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it well. Ife Sinashi Dibois. So I need to see your face. What you're showing me is darkness, and I cannot accept darkness into this platform. We need to see the light. Thank you. Moderator, it's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you, man. Please, you have the floor. Talk to us. Happy weekend to you.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Elvis, Mommy Diaspora, my lovely mama. Greetings to my brothers and sisters in the comment section, and those of you in the panel. Happy weekend. Today is today is another great day. Yes, we are not going to be sad. We are going to move in victory. The face of the man on your screen now, Ifeanyi Ubah, Slumps and dies in a London hotel. Mr. Elvis, you asked a question. He said, "What's he doing in the hotel?" Well, I guess that's between the hotel staff and him and whoever is involved. You know, they can tell us the reason what he was doing in the hotel. But however, you know, there's something you said. You said, Mr. Elvis, you said, life is one and death is inevitable. But I would say life is a one-time gift. Life is a one-time gift and death is inevitable. Yes, we're all alive today, including myself, I'm speaking. It's a one-time gift. But the thing is, how are you going to use that gift? Do you know the purpose of the gift that was bestowed upon you? How are you going to live your life? I mean, it was just a few days ago we heard about Chief Emmanuel, and then we're like, oh my God. I only remember Iwuanyanwu National. I know one time he had a football club that was very, very popular in Nigeria. I don't know if he's still on now. And, you know, I've always seen him as somebody who always spoke about unity. That's what I can remember about Chief Iwuanyanwu. I've never seen a time where he was screaming and shouting in a drunken state like Wike. He seemed to be a gentleman. I don't know him personally or how he lived his life personally, but I can only judge by what I have seen on TV. And I don't know much about, I've heard stories about Ifeanyi Ubah. Well, not so pleasant ones, but who am I to judge? God sees everybody's heart. And the bottom line is like, you live well, live well. No matter how many Rolex or Richard Mille watches you have, or the number of houses or mansions you have abroad or in Nigeria, the cars that you have, or the clothes that you wear, or the perfume you wear, it's just a fluke. Everything is just a mirage at the end of the day, because you don't take anything anywhere. But how do you live your life? What is your legacy? What is your legacy? What kind of legacy do you want to live? Sometimes some people think that they have time. We all think, as long as I'm not sick, I don't have a terminal illness, I am okay. You can be the most healthiest person, fit person ever, but when it's time, when the heart stops, it stops, and that's it. But Wigwe didn't know that he was going to pass on, in a plane crash. I mean, we all know that I didn't hear that he was sick in any way, but hey, it happened within a millisecond. It was all over. It was done. So what legacy would you leave behind if something were to happen to you today, if you were to be separated from your body and your spirit? What legacy do you think you would leave behind? Or do you think that, okay, at least I have left this behind? It's a reminder to each and every one of us, whether you're in politics or not. This is a lesson. Death is inevitable, that's true. But we have a gift right now. How are you using your gift? And that gift is the gift of life. It's free. How are you using it? That's a question for everybody to answer on their own. You see, another thing too is there's a lot of many of our politicians, they all have different illnesses. You see them when the agbada and the expensive suit and all that, they're all taking treatment abroad. But see, it's so ironic. You go abroad to take treatment, and then the country where you left in squalor, you can't even treat yourself. It's just like saying they give you money to fix a road, and you chose to take 80% for yourself, use 10% to bribe the gullible people to advertise that you're doing such a good job, use 5% to do Biscuit Road, and you think that you or your family member will not ply that same road and perhaps be terminated when you apply that road. So you see, it comes in full circle. It comes back to us. Mr. Elvis, you see that message you put on the screen before? I think it's something that you put every day. Be careful with the evil you support. Be careful with the things that you do, because it might turn around and hurt you tomorrow, or even somebody so close to you. So, we need to be very, very careful, and we need to take care of each other. Some people don't even know they have high blood pressure. Some don't know they have, heart issues. Some don't even know they're diabetic. People just live vicariously and just do things and say things anyhow and just feel like they're going to live forever. Nobody lives forever. Wake up and smell the coffee. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you would not live forever. Akpabio, you would not live forever. Governor Baseki, you would not live forever. Nobody lives forever. Whatever you have now is temporal. What legacy are you going to leave behind if God were to call you today? Anyway, Simon Ekpa is celebrating. Well, that's between Simon Ekpa and him, whatever it is that they've done in the past. I think, was it not Mr. Chimese that said, or I think there was another gentleman that called and talked about how fraudulent and criminal Simon Ekpa is. I am not even surprised. And I'm very, very sure that, what's this senator that is in prison right now in the UK? The one with the organ donor thing. I hope he's actually reflecting on his life. It's not 29 houses they found. That's the one that they chose to tell us. I hope he's reflecting on his life. Like, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it acquiring all these things? And most of the time, their children cannot maintain this. Mr. Elvis, there was a viral video, and maybe I'm sure you know about that video, and maybe you don't want to play, but that's fine. Of the medical doctor in Canada was talking about how somebody who works in the federal ministry wanted to buy a fourth house for his fourth child. These children don't even know what it is to pay a mortgage. They don't even know what it is to acquire a mortgage. Can they even pay the property?
I have the video here. I've put the video here for the past almost a week
Oh,
now. But
I guess
I
I
had no
missed
time to play them.
I guess I missed it. So you see, it's just a reflection of this is what happens. All these things they're acquiring, their children cannot maintain it, and that is a fact. Those of you who live abroad, I don't know about most parts of Europe, but I know that many of them, their children's school in France, or the school in London, or the school in North America. So we see them every day. In the summer, they don't even do the summer jobs. They're just lazy, just have everything free. But what if their parents pass on now? They don't know how to maintain these things. So what happens? They sell everything back to these foreign countries, and it's Nigerian money. They don't know how to maintain this because they don't know what it is to acquire a mortgage, even to pay property tax. Everything is daddy's money, mommy's money. They don't know, and this is what even happens in Nigeria. Most of all these big men who have passed on now, their children end up selling all those properties that was acquired with fraudulent money. It happens all the time, but these politicians, they never learn. They never learn. And their children are part and parcel of this nonsense that's going on. Look at Rufai's son. The audacity in which he speaks. He speaks like that because he's been with his father. He has seen how things are working in Nigeria, how there's a lot of impunity. He thrives in it, and that is what has even brought him out, and he makes no apology for it. He said, don't punish me because I schooled abroad. Hello, my father has the money. He's saying it sarcastically. He doesn't care. So most of their children, they even participate in this nonsense their parents are doing. But what is the legacy? They're not even looking at that. Even with this, in fact, from Wigwe's passing on, many people still haven't learned. All the big men that were there, some of them were crying, or the one that was looking dazed or surprised, they still haven't learned. They're still stealing money. They're still acquiring this insatiable piranha. I don't know if you guys know the piranha fish. The piranha fish can eat a full human being in less than maybe a second. As they eat, they're excreting it out. It's a continuous thing. They're greedy. That is the characteristics of Nigerians. I'm not even going to say politicians alone. A lot of Nigerians, family members inclusive. It's a virus that has spread across the entire, if not the entire continent. I don't understand. They say the white man is this, the white man is that. Yes, they have these things, but at least they can never make a biscuit road because they know that their family members are going to apply that road. They can never make substandard hospitals or bring half-used equipment in their hospital because they know that they themselves, their children, their parents, their friends are going to use that same hospital. But our people don't think that way. Why? It's a problem. It's a virus that's eating deep, and many of them don't want to admit it. Even family members, when you enter politics, they'll say, if you don't steal money, they'll say you are a fool. Why does that happen? There's something really wrong. Anyway, I'm not here to preach. We all know the difference between good and evil. Plus the churches. If I, Mr. Elvis, you have one topic because some of these churches that own banks, allegedly, many of them, they launder money for these politicians. If you look at Nigeria, listen, most of you, if you have not been to Nigeria, if you're doing online banking, if you look at the list of banks that exist there, you wonder, where are all these banks? Who owns them? Hello, can I tell you guys something? Most of those names that you see, they're owned by churches. Those so-called names and banks that you don't even understand, they are owned by most of these churches, and they're used to launder money, your money. And people to go to these churches, they call them the daddy geos, they worship them. It's a full cycle, it's everywhere. Look at actresses, entertainers, they're all multi-billionaires. Where are they getting the money from? It's all money laundering. Everybody's in it. Every single person who has influence is in it. They're all part and parcel of it. Media moguls, name all of them. They're all part and parcel of it. That's why we're in all this mess. It's not just the politicians. It's not just Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's all of them. They're all involved. All of them. All of them. Very, very sad. If Tinubu wants to even sell Nigeria to his cousin, Orlando, he said Egypt. If I sell Lagos, Lagos already sell everything to him. Let us know that we are being sold. Then maybe everybody's eye will open. Let them sell everything. Another thing, Mr. Elvis, I know a few days ago I was saying there was no need for protest, and then I think I came 2 days ago. And I said, you know what, everybody should come out because I don't live in Nigeria and it would be unfair for me to say, okay, they shouldn't protest. And the reason why I was even saying it initially, because time and time again, people have protested and we have seen the results. However, for now, I am really, really pissed off. And why am I angry? What is this desperation to convince us not to protest? That is what is annoying me. What is this desperation to say, do not protest? Why is everybody trying to talk like a mother, like a minister of women affairs? Why are preachers and so-called influencers coming out to talk? Why all of a sudden? Jonathan time, we didn't see Bola Ahmed Tinubu telling people, oh, don't protest. We didn't see that. Is it fear or is of the unknown, or is it the fear of the uprising that's going around Africa right now, like what happened in Kenya? Is it fear? What is that? It's like the pressure not to protest is more than even the pressure to protest. It's really annoying. It's like you're trying to gag me. It's like you're trying to gag people from exercising their rights. And Mr. Elvis, you said you were kind of cautioning people who are protesting to say, do not steal, any of you go and steal people's stuff in the name of protest. It's really bad. You don't support it. Let us be very truthful here. Let us be very truthful here. During the NSAS, we saw it on video. There are videos everywhere. They use the Nigerian army and the Nigerian police trucks to bring touts to disrupt the people who were protesting for NSAS. So it's not really the protesters. We should be saying those politicians, MC Oluomo's boys, for example, in Lagos, that we all know, all the street urchins that they use. They sponsor these boys. Some of them, the State House of Assembly. There was a man's name that they even called 2 days ago on Arise News, who is in Lagos too, who mobilizes these people to disrupt. They should be calling them out and telling them, you guys should dare not bring your touts. Dare not use the Nigerian police vehicles or the army vehicles to bring your touts to start intimidating people who are exercising their rights peacefully. Those are the people, not the protesters. Not the protesters, because anybody who is stealing, those are implanted. They are implanted by the wicked satanic politicians to disrupt any protest. So it will seem like the protesters that they are the ones disrupting the peace of the people, because they are the ones who are doing it. They are the ones who give these people weapons. They give them machete. They give them all sorts of things to malign the people, to destabilize the protest. So these are the people we should be calling out, not the protesters. Not the protesters, because so far, all the people who are saying they're going to protest, you can see when they're speaking, they are stating their terms and conditions. So if a man comes out on TV to say, yes, we are going to protest, nobody's going to infringe on our right, you should know that that person is responsible. They know. So we should be talking about those politicians who employ those louts with weapons to disrupt the protest and make it seem like we are using it as an opportunity, to spoil people's personal items or to steal in people's shops. They are not the ones doing it. So we should talk to the politicians. Lagos State government, Sanwo-Olu and your boys, MC Oluomo, you guys should not bring your boys that you people use. The Nigerian police force, don't allow anybody use your vehicles. We have seen it. We saw it in the NSAS. They use the vehicle with the plate number. Nigerian police force plate number. They hired a lot of boys on their pickup. We saw it. You people are the one disrupting it because you are wicked satanic people. It is not the real protesters that are causing mayhem. It is the people who implanted. Let us get it straight. Let us say it the way it is. And finally, one of my requests in this protest is that
let this be your finally, I beg. Finally.
Mr. Elvis, finally, one of my major requests, the most major one, is Wike to be removed as FCT minister. Thank you very much. In fact, must be removed. We are ordering him to be removed as FCT minister. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Rita. I appreciate you for that wonderful, vibrating submission. I appreciate you. The doctor would all hear that vibration reach. Thank you so much, every one of you right there listening to us. I'd like to appreciate you, Jaja. Thanks for the super chat, and God bless you. I'm very, very grateful. Alex Adopike, thank you very much for the super chat. God bless you. I'm very, very grateful. Your text is Mr. Elvis. God bless you for your great work. Nigeria will be great again. Karma is the most faithful servant. That is what gives me hope. Everybody go shop breakfast. That one a deep parable you put for there. And I mean, I know where they go, but Kai. Anyway, our principal, Peter Obi, was celebrated. You know, I don't know if it was today, but I saw the video today. But let's watch this.
Amana jijiji ibe Chineke kwadoro mmadụ ị n'ọdịgwala onye ọkwadoro ya onye ilo gbaba mgba n'ime gbata mgba n'ime ya ọmaharuela onye ọkwadoro aka agwa gị ga-agwakwana niko emekwene kpasị ọbụ ibe Chineke biri gị ọbụ ya emeriri obi Igbo na-ekwe obi n'obi Igbo n'obi iri anyị ndị ka anyị ma ndị jeje Naijiria dị mma ndị jeje Naijiria kwụrụ ọtọ anụ amarụgwo n'ogige eje maka ọ bụrụ na ijerie eje kwube na okwu protesti ọ bụrụ na ijerie ọma adịla anyị na mma obi ihe adịla anyị ihe adịla anyị.
It's good to be good. That's all I will say about that video. It's good to be good. Let's listen to this video that moderator referenced to earlier on, because this video I've been hit on my gadget for the past couple of days, but because of time, I couldn't play it. But let's use this opportunity to play this and see what our politicians are doing abroad.
It's Dr. Zoe. This is a Monday morning in Canada. I normally don't start work early on Mondays, but I just came to do a few things, and I got a call from someone from Nigeria. And I don't think Nigerian politicians will make heaven. I'm just telling you. Nigerian politicians, they will not make heaven. They cannot make heaven. And let me just explain. You know, I just, sometimes I say things just to leave my mind. And I wanted to have a good week this week. You called me that, I know your friend got into government and they gave you an appointment as a federal something, I don't really know. And you came, you called me this morning. Things are going okay, good for you. You said you want to buy another house in Canada because you saw my post last weekend with a realtor, so I should help you connect and get a house here again. According to you, you've bought 3 houses already. You just want to buy the 4th one for your 4 children because you want to settle them. And you don't know how this government, whether it will last or not, whether Baba Agostino, you know, he said all that, and I was listening. He told me also that you don't do mortgage, you just buy cash. You bought 3 already, you want to buy the 4th one, and I was listening. And I should help you to buy. My brother, you can't make heaven. I know. You know your kids are here, that kids are grown. I knew you way back from Nigeria. They're probably going to be listening and watching this video too. And your wife too. You know what you got. I told you, I said to you that I think Nigeria is difficult now because the youths want to demonstrate end of this month. There's a lot of hardship. Gas, petrol is expensive. Food is expensive. He said, we in diaspora always think Nigeria is bad and it's not as bad as we think. My brother, over 100 million Nigerians have camera phone. Social media, we see these things now. We see things are bad. We feel it. We have people back home too. It's not diaspora thing. And you have the mind. How long this government don't deserve? You don't have the mind. You don't buy 3 houses or you won't buy the 4th one because you're not sure how long Baba go day. I cannot. I don't see the pathway that you will make heaven. I'm telling you. And you guys have to listen. Don't do what you're going to do, and the people after you will suffer. I'm not saying. Listen. I know you're not Jagaban. You're not the president. I know that one. And you're not a governor. And they gave you some federal post. You won't loot Nigeria dry. Look at people, poverty. Young girls are doing prostitution. Yahoo, crime everywhere because of people like you. But make I tell you, that phone, caught, na me caught her. Because I don't want you to call me again. So that when God go to send in punishment to you, he would not say that Dr. Zoe overheard or that I connected you. If you want to a real Togo, Henry's on my page, can go to him directly. No, I won't give you any connect. I'm telling you, I don't want to deal with people like you. You're heartless. And like I say, I can't see a pathway through which you can make heaven. You cannot make heaven. The Nigerian politicians, you guys are too mean. Okay, assuming you still the one that will do just you and your family, you guys will still the one that will do generations and leave the other people in swallow. That's wrong. I don't want to, as I said, this is Monday morning. I don't want to start the week. Don't call me again, please, I'm begging you. Go and look for where you're going to dump your money. I don't want to have anything to do with it. Because the prayer where people they pray for you for that country, my brother, be better prayer. Be better prayer. Politicians, you guys have to think twice. And for the youth that are demonstrating, I'm with you guys in spirit. You guys should do protest. It's to suffer too much. I'm saying it. But if I come back to Nigeria, they will hold me at the airport. Myself, I'm a Canadian. I get my Canadian ballet now. You will explain to Canada what happened to their Peking. I will say it. You guys will not make heaven, Nigerian politicians. You guys are too mean, too greedy. Chop small. Go and fix the country. Fit. Say diaspora people, they always think Nigeria is bad. We see and we see everything on social media. We go home too.
All right, that's that video right there for you to see how greedy these people can be. Thank you very much, Amaka Fojebi. Thank you very much, ma, for the super chat. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for the message that you attached to it. You said a lot of people congratulated me yesterday, but you're not aware. Yes, it was my wife's graduation that I showcased. She actually thanked everyone that, appreciated everyone that congratulated her here for the first time. So yeah, that was what happened, man. Thank you. God bless you. I appreciate you. Okay. Black Panther, you were calling me. I want to pick a call. You wanted to say something? Let me come back to you, please. Hello. Thank you, Lord of God is my strength. Thank you very much, man, for calling in. Good evening to you.
I just want to walk a bit, to release stress.
Okay, go ahead, man. Thank you.
Thank you. At least as I was walking, I was listening to you. Well, I didn't want to talk on the way. I said, let me get home. You see, I am so surprised with the way some people talk. Mostly, I will say some Yoruba people, they are getting this thing very wrong. Nobody is against Yoruba people. Nobody is against our local. Nobody is against that because it's Yoruba Day. During the time of Jonathan, we from the Niger Delta, we did not complain that while they protesting against Jonathan, we all joined and do the protest. Please, nobody should take this protest as a tribalistic way or ideas to say, oh, because it's Yoruba man, someone that they are protesting. When the UK went to Nigeria, I know what I saw. There is fire on the mountain. If you have not been to Nigeria for some time, you will not know. There's fire on the mountain. Nigeria is a very hard place to live. Even, yes, you might be living in your own comfort, but what you go through when you come out of your house, you cannot even talk about it. People are telling me to remove my necklace and my earring. I have to remove it and tie my hair like a deeper life so that people will not know that I just came back. So are we saying that the way our country is good? It's not good. Now, people celebrating that because somebody cried and they are saying everybody's going to buy. Nobody that will not pay for debt. So celebrating the death of somebody by our brother Samuel Ekpa is very wrong. He shouldn't do that. It's very, very wrong. So what I will say, and I will continue to say, please, let us support this protest for the good of our nation. Let us support it in a very good way. We don't want violence. We don't want our people property, those who are already suffering, for their property to be destroyed. We are begging you people, don't touch anybody's property. They are going through a lot and you go and destroy their property. It is really wrong. Go out, show your anger by protesting, by being outside, and let the government come and listen to us. Let them send any representative to listen to every one of us so that we can tell them what they are doing is wrong. They are now, I even saw one yesterday in a party in the UK. I even went to him. You see one thing there, these are politicians. Their fight will not be good. I will just leave it so that I don't talk too much. Niger Watch, God bless you. And God continue to bless you as you continue to do this great work for our country. Oh, I pray from my heart to you. You will not see suffer. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much, man. God bless you too. Amen. Okay. Thank you. Let me go back to the panel again. The way we have it here, the next person that needs to speak to us is a Black Panther.
Sorry, I sent you. Sorry, I sent you a video. Did you see the video?
I'm not sure.
In our WhatsApp. It's from Edo. It's from Edo. You see the cap. All of them wear cap. They collect the money.
Oh, okay.
You know the cap when they collect, when they wear.
Yeah, I can see.
That's good. I'll let the second person speak. I am a little bit busy now. I'll take it next.
Okay, I'll come back to you. Thank you, sir. Mr. Joseph OG, thank you very much, sir. Good evening to you. Happy weekend to you. Thanks for the super chat. I'm very, very grateful. Thank you, sir. Mr. Elvis, I too wasn't aware of your wife's graduation, and I wish the family well in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Okay. It wasn't something that I announced, though. It was just something that, because that particular, on Thursday, I was not on air. It was Oga Chris that anchored the show the other day. So I just, it wasn't something that we announced. So it was just something that I was telling people the reason why I could not be on the show. And, I have to put on the camera to show, where I was with my wife and in the university where she was graduating and all that. Then she now used the opportunity to thank every one of you. That was it. But I appreciate every one of you that's congratulating us now. We need it as well. God bless you. Thank you. Okay. I would like us to move on. Now, let me call on the Oga F. Emmanuel. Oga F. Emmanuel, if you are there, before I come to give us a mandate. If you are there, please speak to us. Good evening to you. If you're not available now, I can move on to give us a mandate.
Okay,
you are available.
Mr. Service, good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, I greet you once again. I greet each and every one of you for an opportunity to be alive again today.
Exactly.
Panelists, I greet every one of you. And once again, Mr. Service, congratulations again for your wife's graduation. We are happy for you once again.
Thank you, sir.
All right, my people, fellow Nigerians. The truth about life is, the scripture says, it is appointed unto man once to die. After this, the judgment. Invariably, what that means is every human being that has breath in his nostrils has an appointment of death someday. Whether you are rich, whether you are poor, whether you are a politician, whether you are a beggar, it doesn't matter who you are. That is an appointment that God has designed. There is no rigging in this matter. Nobody will shift the goalpost in the middle of the game. When it comes to death, everybody has his own day as designed by God. That death is the only thing that God has used to humble humanity. If God removes death, I guarantee you, human being will forget God. So it's a good thing that God has put that death there. Even with this death, yet man is not afraid of God. So I want to use this medium, in as much as we know a lot of us are grieving for the demise of our politicians, for the demise of our loved ones, I still want us to have it in the back of our mind that it is appointed unto every human being that death is inevitable. So I'm not here to say I'm rejoicing for the death of any man. Heaven say is angry. Heaven is not rejoicing for the death of any sinner. So therefore, I'm saying to every one of us in this panel, and as well as everyone connected across the globe, that death should be something that people should be afraid of, especially in this time and age, that iniquity has abound. People have decided to forget God because of money, because of mammon, because of what to eat. Please, let's have it at the back of our mind that we cannot escape it. No matter how righteous you are, no matter how sinful you are, it is an appointment that we owe. It is the debt that we owe, and we must answer for it someday. So therefore, I say today, Nigerians, in as much as we are planning this protest, please and please do it with caution. As you're planning with a clear mind, to make your mind known, to make your intention known to the powers that be, please watch out. There are evil people among us that will mess it up. They have collected naira and kobo to mess up this plan. Please watch. Be at alert. There are Judas in every tribe. There are Judas everywhere to mess up this protest. Be at alert to watch. All these people coming out talking about hijacking the protest is a signal for you not to go ahead and to air your voice. So therefore, I'm saying today, be careful on that very day. Make sure your phones are fully charged. Any movement that is not in line with the protest, please video it, snap pictures, so that it will not be held against you. That is for that. Then, my fellow people, Nigerians again, you know we love you. We are here in diaspora. We'll also press our buttons. We'll do whatever we can because this is a global protest. It's not only for those of you that are on ground. We'll also do what we need to do here so that the international community will understand the hunger that is on ground in our land. So you have our back. We'll do all we can to support you. Mr. Evix, I rest my case from here. Thank you, sir.
All right. Oga F. Emmanuel, God bless you. Thanks for that advice to our people. Thank you, sir. All right, guys, do your part. Press on the like button. Let me call on Give Us a Mandate. If you're there, sir, please talk to us. Look like Give Us a Mandate. We lost you already. You're not even in the panel. Okay. Let me move on to Oga Chris. Oga Chris, thank you, sir, for joining us today. As usual, good evening to you. Happy weekend to you. Talk to us, sir. It's like nobody is available to speak. You know, okay, let's go to Oga CM. Oga CM, you know, okay, speak then. Talk to us, sir. Good evening to you.
Yes. God, good evening, Nigeria. God bless you and God prosper you and your family. I want to greet Mama in diaspora. May God also bless you. Thank you for giving us a son who has been a blessing to our life and to the nation, Nigeria. I want to thank you. May God bless you more. I want to say something here concerning the whole thing. Like I said, what is happening and what's about to happen, it is going to happen. Now, I told everyone that we should all go and look at a drug baron, their character and their mindset. The question I was expecting is that, do they ever dialogue or give up? They don't dialogue and they don't give up. The only thing that makes them give up is 6 feet. And the mindset of the Nigerian politicians have been altered, and they are They are sort of addicted to corruption, addicted to stealing, addicted to evil. They cannot change. The only thing that can take them to change is for Mother Nature to establish its course upon every one of them. You see, now everybody's crying. And even those that were crying have been activated with what? Money. Asarido Kubo and the rest, they have been activated. I saw the ministers of women affairs with him, snapping pictures. He was talking. He has been activated by that minister who went to him. Topolo has been activated by more money. Apart from the 4 billion naira, he has been activated. Now, the only people that have not been activated are the people, the Nigerian people that hold the sovereignty, that are the people that are closer, that are with the Nigerian state, that are fighting, that are struggling, hungry, doing business, but their businesses are failing. Those are the people that are coming up today to fight. We have to do one thing again, that Nigeria is not a country. If you don't fight, we will come back here and be lamenting. Nanja, let me go off. I'll come back again. Sorry.
All right, that's fine. Thank you very much. Let's come to, guys. Somebody's on the backstage on your camera. You know, Vine Maswell. You know, whenever you come here, they use me to talk, not be small. If you come here on your camera and leave it on until you are approved, you know, please, I can't be saying this all the time. We'll write have a private chat. We'll talk on air everywhere. Some people will never ever listen. Augustine, please talk to us. Good evening to you. Augustine, you are not talking.
Okay. Okay, can you hear me? I think
you are
I'm
good
loud.
now. Go ahead, sir. Talk to us.
Okay.
Good evening to you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Good evening, Niger Watch. Good evening, everybody. I greet you and each and every one of you, including those listening wherever you may be. All protocols, please duly observed. Actually, well, the thing is, I think I missed a piece of news yesterday. I wanted to say it about Iwuanyanwu. Engineer Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu, for throughout his the little I could gather about him, or let me say, no man is a saint and no man is an angel, but I've come to see him as a philanthropist. I've come across a lot of people that he helped. His scholarship trust fund. He had a football club called the Iwuanyanwu National. One of the talents he developed from that football club is Iwuanyanwu, who left the Iwuanyanwu National straight to Ajax Amsterdam. A year later, he won the Champions League in 1995. And then from then, he became the most decorated Nigerian football player ever. African Footballer of the Year, 1996, 1999. He won the Under-17, captained by Wilson Uruma in 1993. So Iwuanyanwu National was quite a springboard for him. So it's to the credit of Iwuanyanwu that Iwuanyanwu developed. Previously, before it, Iwuanyanwu wanted to develop a team medicine, but somehow he went tragic. At the age of 22 or thereabout, imagine buying a car, brand new 505 for a 20-year-old, but just to let him sign for Iwuanyanwu National and then play a bet. As God will have it, or luck will have it, 18 got short, and from there his career took a nosedive. But that is life. So, in all this, I see Iwuanyanwu not just as a philanthropist, as a professional engineer. The Nigerian Society of Engineers dedicated a lecture in his honor, not memory, because the lecture is being given called the Engineer Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu lecture or something by Nigerian Society of Engineers while he was alive. So it's to his credit for what he did. And then, if we remember 1994, when Nigeria qualified for the World Cup for the first time under Sani Abacha then, it was Iwuanyanwu that Sani Abacha called to head the fundraising and mobilization ceremony, just to raise fund with the NFA to make sure that Nigeria did a good showing. It was Iwuanyanwu. Every state they did launching, raise money with the super egos. So I may not remember all the good things he did on behalf of Nigeria. Then to commit or he want to serve Ndibo, which he did. So far, he has been doing it very well in my own judgment, but there are some aspect of his life I may not know because I'm not a family member, or some I may not read in the papers. But from what I've seen, he's a good philanthropist. At least he served Nigeria. If only because Abacha called him and gave him that task, say raise money that Nigeria should go to the World Cup. He did it. Every corporate establishment in Nigeria, banks, insurance, industries, they were donating. Nigeria for USA 94. I remember all those. And he did very well. And Nigeria did a good showing, despite losing in the second round. So Iwuanyanwu's life, I think I would say it's an open book. He did a lot for a lot of people that know him. And from what I've heard also, he has a lot of influence, both in Nigeria and outside. As an engineer, even when it was time, when Ndibo, when that is the most critical period of Igbo history during the Civil War. He wasn't an engineer then, but maybe somebody who finished high school, having studied their level in additional mathematics, physics, and I think chemistry or so, like he said. He was in the Biafra Research and Development Department. They was one of those people that running just like laboratory boys that helped to build Obunigwe. So in other words, he gave his own when he was needed for Igbo cause. He gave his own. So I'm not really surprised with the type of communes people are pouring on him. Already, his wife died. His first wife died sometime in the 90s, and it was just like comparable to anything. Everybody came out. So Iwuanyanwu has always been a man of the people, barring some of the things I may not know because no man is a saint. But in all, God will be kind to him. He did his bit. He left a footprint, solid one. He touched life. He helped people, particularly in Imo State. He did a lot. He did so much for his people. But anyway, that is my own opinion. So having said that, then if I now mention the person today, Ifeanyi Ubah, who slumped, death, according to Julius Caesar, when his wife was telling him not to go, say, stay, call it my fear that stays you at home and not yours. Caesar said, Calpurnia, death, he said, cowards die many times before their deaths. A valiant never taste of death but once. Of all the wonders that I yet have heard, it seems to me most strange that men should fear, seeing that death, a necessary end, will come when it will come. I know Ifeanyi Ubah never prepared for today, that he will slump and die in a London hotel. Maybe he going there for business or anything, but that is life. We just have to be prepared. I'm not one of those people that normally pass judgment on people, but I always remember the good deeds. Because somehow, maybe when it's for God to do the marking between the good deeds and the bad deeds, Ifeanyi Ubah in his own way is also a philanthropist. There are businesses, people he helped because he started life as a businessman before entering politics. I'm not one of his beneficiaries, but I've heard what he did. And then when he became a senator, in fact, 2 days ago, I was reading about the transformer he brought to my local government headquarters because he's my senator for Anambra South. He went to Ekulobia, the capital, the headquarters of the local Agwata local government, and was donating a transformer. From what I gathered, he said the one there was donated by Jinwo Obodo in 1981, the then governor of Old Anambra State, and that was 300 kVA. That this one he's bringing is 500 to step it off, and people were clapping. In fact, he was doing it as sort of an underground campaign to prepare himself for next years to see if he could be elected on APC as the next governor of Anambra State. So I know he's a politician, but I don't know much about it. All I know is that, like they said, he made Nnewi, at least Nnewi being a business center, and because of the volume of money that goes there every day. He makes sure that it's secured. So you can't go and inside the Navy and kidnap and go free. He secured the hometown. So that is the much some of these, and then so many others. He built a stadium, floated a football club, just like Iwuanyanwu too. But I don't know whether his club is still playing in Nigeria's Premier League. They won the FA Cup, Challenge Cup some time ago. So to me, although I do not know all the other side of his life, but these are the ones in the public domain. That's good things that I need to commend. I've had him hand over keys to people who he built houses for. I've seen it covered, whether as a part of his constituency project or his capacity, in his private capacity as a businessman. So he touched life, so to speak, at 52. You can agree with me that he's still young. What if he had added 30 more years? It would have been something could have come out of it. Those that know some of the other things we say, but I don't know. I always go for what I know that is in the public domain, and then make my analysis such that I can reference, because I can't judge anybody really. God is the ultimate judge. Now, talking of politicians, now somebody's made mention of Ekweremadu, the ones having a death, serving a prison sentence in London. Yes, that of Ekweremadu is so painful, because I'm talking of Igbo politicians generally now. These are the people that kicked against P2B. Maybe it's politics. If you are in the other party, I'm in the other party, the tendency is that I will be campaigning against you. But when the chips are down, there's a limit to certain things. Look at Ekweremadu today. We easily remember 40 houses, 15 in Abuja, 10 in Enugu, making 25, 1 in Lagos, making 26, 2 in the UK, making 28, 3 in the USA, making 31, then 9 in Dubai to make it 40. These are what he forfeited to EFCC, not because he has his other ones. So all these things, when you read about it, you now see what they call when people, some Ndibo, people will say Ndibo don't respect their whatever, their politicians or this, we attack them, is something like this. So when you see this type of thing, or you hear stories like this, you won't be happy. And you wonder, when you go to an Inri local government where Ike Ekweremadu comes from, it's a very rural area, lacking in every infrastructure. Yet we are taking the money as a representative. Because when you go to Abuja, whatever money you are getting, you are getting it on behalf of your people. Is he reflecting? No. These are all vanities. And now look at where we are. Look at where Ekweremadu is. So that's why there's no politician, I keep saying it, apart from in the history of Igbo civilization, the moment you mention Emmanuel Okpara, Dr. Michael Okpara, you mention Ojukwu not because he's a politician, but because he stood up. He said, no, my people should not be wiped out of the surface of the earth. He used his father's wealth to prosecute the civil war. Yes, he did it. Then after Ojukwu number 2, you mentioned Sam Mbakwe, Dr. Sam Mbakwe, former governor Imo State, old Imo State of Imo, Abia, and some part of Ebonyi. The guy today, nobody can point to any motorcycle say he belonged to Sam Mbakwe, but he served, just like in the manner people say about Bruce Ali in Edo State. So these are the people. Then after that, the next person is P2B, like Nigerians can attest. There are hundreds of politicians, you see them, but no one comes close. The thing about my Igbo people is that they know if you are fighting for their cause, they know. You don't need to convince them. When they hear the way you speak and what you do, it's okay. You don't need to convince them. And they can't come begging you for money. So that is why when we respect P2B, which brings me to the chap, the picture you showed, the guy wearing white, it's like he sings a dirge. We call it Imbem in Igbo language, a dirge. What he's telling P2B is like a spirit talking. That's why P2B was looking at him. I had to go and bring him up. In fact, if you know the Igbo interpretation very well, you will be your body will be covered with goose pimple. He told P2B that if you are the person in Aso Rock today, this protest won't be necessary. We know, and it's assuring him, say, don't run, don't rush, take it, don't worry. That thing God prepared for you, you are going to get it. It is you Ndi Igbo are looking up to. That is what the guy is telling him. And nobody can contest that. Today, forget about Peter, you might be in Labour, you are in APC, seeing Tinubu every day, and then you are seeing PDP making noise. When Peter Obi stands up in Igbo land, everybody must stand. So that's what the guy is telling him. And he's saying the truth. He said it is you Nigerians are looking up to. Just take it easy, cool down. You wish that thing God prepared for you are going to get it. Because they know if it's Peter Obi that is in charge today, all this nonsense won't be happening. All this all stealing, kleptocrats and kakistocrats, as Aline Dume said. So this gave me a sort of a sober reflection. And then I want to ask some people, our politicians, let them reflect. All this stealing. We are hearing of somebody trying to buy 4 houses in Canada under 1 year or 2 years. For what? Why are they not tired? Equivalent of 40 houses, 9 in Dubai. You know how much it is? 15 in Abuja, and they can never be make kitchen line type of face me, I face you. 10 in Enugu, even in US 3. Where is he now? In UK 2, 1 in Lagos, everywhere. These are the ones he forfeited. He couldn't explain. What of the ones he could say is my salary? Do you know how many left? And now he's somewhere cooling off. So this is a very touching moment for not just for Ndibo, but any politician should think twice. 52 years old, capital lawyer, billions everywhere. At least say billionaire in Naira. Where are all those things now? It's all vanity upon vanity. This life is just a passing shadow. This life is just a passing shadow. You can't carry all this wealth to the grave. More so when you dupe the people. Some of them will go to Abuja on behalf of the people, stacking billions. Yet you can't even. How much does it cost to give electricity 24 hours non-stop? At least give it to 4 or 5 local governments you are representing as a senator. You can do it. The money is there, but they won't do it. Some people may buy your Okada and then give people motorcycle, they'll be shouting, then give them some t-shirt. All these things they are too mendicant for my liking. It's not how to do it, because eventually we all go in. Ifeanyi Ubah never prepared for today, but look at where we are. So, but we Nigerians ever learn? Will they ever learn? Some people are still planning deal, even this night and tomorrow. Before he died, he had scheduled meetings before they come back, who we meet. He didn't go for London for nothing, maybe for another business or this, but who knows? So this is life. Let people reflect. Nigerians are suffering. Wait, maybe this thing coming up, the protest, when you see people troop on the street, hungry people, they are not, this is no longer that police are killing them, it's hunger. Can you imagine that? And then people are stacking billions everywhere. They can't use it for anything. So, well, it's God that will be the ultimate judge. I have no skill in judging people, but all I know is that I say what I see. What is in the public domain, that's what I discuss. I don't go behind somebody to go and dig up somebody's past, because I may not get it right. But the ones I can see, I can pierce them together and draw a conclusion. So that's what I'm doing. May God have mercy on Ifeanyi Ubah, forgive him what he has done. And then those people that are living, let them learn from him. Let them learn from him, because when you are saying you're a politician, you are representing us, you are not expected to be any money more than the salary they pay you. The rest belongs to the people. Use it to work for them. If you fail to do that, you have failed. And 99 out of 100 politicians are doing that. It's only Peter Obi are exempt in Igbo land today. It's only him that are exempt. And that's why you see the man go. Look at the way he is when the chap was praising him. Very simple. Every time the same kaftan, black every time, just like one dress or two. Very simple. He sleeps soundly. No much of a tout. No gun welding. People carrying gun, following him. They don't come close. But look at the way he is, and in a very open place. So that is life, but we don't learn. They feel that somebody like Peter Obi is not intelligent enough, but he is the person the people love. Thank God, the rest of Nigerians have recognized him. Eventually, the prophecy that the guy gave will one day come. Maybe in Nigeria, that's why you are still having hope that this Peter Obi, when you look and you shake, yes, it will surely happen. I believe it's God's wish. The guy said it, that God, that thing he wants, God will surely give it to him. Because if he's in Aso Rock today, no need for this protest. Peter Obi will call ASU and say, what do you want? So that our university will be started. They will say so billion or trillion. He will find way and give it them, dump it there. So yeah, go back and teach our work. That is his life. He's not talking about himself. to put a refinery in Malta and then use it to be fleecing Nigeria. It's a shame. Niger Watch, let me drop it here. I come back later. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'm glad to see him. Thank you very much for that wonderful submission. Thank you. All right. Let me see if Oga Chris is available for the second time. Oga Chris, are you there with us?
Yes, I don't know, sir.
No, sir. We'll be calling you since for the past 78 years.
Can you hear me? Yes. I was trying to click on the unmute button. I did and did
Okay.
and did and did.
Please hold on. You that is on the backstage, please on your camera. Why this instruction is the biggest problem for we Nigerians for here? Eh? On your camera, on it, most see your head, your face, everything about you properly before you can be allowed into the panel. You know, go ahead, Oga Chris. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Good evening once again. I'm sorry, everybody. Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt Dr. CM when he started talking, so I just have to wait till my turn. Yeah, it's good to be here once again, and I think it is proper for everybody to share in this moment of sober reflection. Before I continue, let me quickly seize the opportunity to say good evening to everybody. Yeah, the
Please,
people on the
Oga Chris, sorry, sir. Please hold on. Okay, Mr. Emeka asks, I don't see your face now. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us. Good evening to you. Please tell us where you join us from. Can you hear me? You muted yourself, sir. Please. Oh, can you hear me? I think you're having issue with your network then. Miss, okay, we lost him. Oga Chris, you have the floor. Go ahead, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Domo, sir. Yes, once again, just take it up from where I stopped. I was just I'm trying to greet everybody on the comment section. So let me say good evening to you all. It's good to be with you all again on this wonderful Saturday. Mommy Diaspora, good evening. Thank you for all the prayers and everything. And may God continue to bless you and bless all of us. And the people on the panel with me, I say special good evening to you all. And Nigerians listening to us and non-Nigerians listening to us from all over the world. Yeah, good evening and a happy Saturday to you all. Well, yeah, I was going to say, I said earlier before that it's a moment of sober reflection. No matter how we look at it, no matter how, any angle that we are looking at it from, death, we understand is inevitable. And anytime it happens, I think it's a constant reminder that it will get to all of us. It only depends on when, where, and how. And it's also important to state for me that dying at a young age or at an older age doesn't necessarily reflect whether you have been a good person or not. It's just that it happened when it happened. And again, we must also understand, in my view anyway, that death itself and could be as a result of so many factors. And being a good person or being a bad person is just an infinitesimal bit of those factors. Just simply living well, irrespective of how bad you've been on this earth, can make you to live close to your 100. Just simply living well. And again, genetics has a huge role to play. And some family naturally have the role of longevity, while some don't. And the natural diseases, some families are plagued with diseases like diabetes, hypertension, and other cardiovascular diseases. So, and this disease, they don't run in some other families. The point I'm just trying to make with this is that politicians will always be who they are, and the other people will always be who they are. Because if you really want to look at it carefully, you understand that there are lots and lots of politicians that are so bad, that have done so many evils, but they are still living into their 80s, excuse me, into their 90s, and what have you. And there are some politicians that have been so good, but at the end of the day, you just hear this one is dead, this one is. So for me, the major lesson is that we have to make use of our life for every single second that our life clicks, our heart beats. We have to make the best use of it and do whatever we are able to do at every point in time without unnecessary procrastination. And if we live, we must understand that it only takes the stoppage of the heartbeat for we to continue, the continuation of the heartbeat for we to continue living. And because life itself is so difficult to explain. And this is only the gift that never keeps giving. The only thing you can do is actually what you do with your life. That's what you'll be remembered for. And no matter how good you are, no matter what you do, you know, people will always look at your life from different angle. Some people will always praise you, no matter how good you've been. There will be some of the subset of people that will hold out resentment against you. So the bottom line is that live your life, do the best you can, ensure that you are free and fair to everybody as much as you can, because that's also almost a utopian tendency. It's something that's almost not achievable, because at the end of the day, we all are humans after all. I'll just move on to the other things that we showcased today. I think earlier on, I was able to catch some of the videos. I think the one that actually caught my attention and was the man that was talking about the tribal man. Let me just term him the tribal man, who was in vehement support for Tinubu, who was questioning why the Yorubas should do this to Tinubu. Why should they should they join other people to bring down Tinubu? Well, the reason I picked on that, if you ask me, is very simple. That man might be on the screen screaming, and we might call that man names, but let's us remember that that is sadly the mindset of the very majority of people in this country. That's the mindset. No matter how you look at it, it is the mindset. We are so tribally connected. We are so fixated on our tribes and the people that come from our area. But it's just that some people, or some of us, we are able to guide these tendencies. We are able to cover these tendencies so that people cannot easily see through our true intentions. That is what some of us are able to do. There are different ways we represent this, but we can be very subtle. But some of us can be very obvious, like this man today. But I think it gets to a stage when the stakes become so high, when you are so intricately involved, that it becomes so difficult for you to shield your true intentions, for you to shield who the true person that you are. Now I'm just going to take some examples and then we move on. We take, for example, the war that happened on the Indigbos in Lagos in 2023 presidential, even the governorship election. Doesn't it stagger our imagination that the people we expected that are supposed to speak up, they all kept quiet? People that we erstwhile think they were national champions, we didn't hear anything from them. You see, those people, despite their level of education, I'm going to mention some names anyway, I'm just talking generally. So despite their level of education, they were able to express their tribal bigotry through being silent, through not saying anything when their voices were needed most. They kept quiet. So for me, those people, they are not entirely different from the outburst of this man today. And for example, take Professor Wole Soyinka, who told Nigerians that when they were asking him on Arise TV about the election, he said he didn't follow the election. He didn't know what happened in Lagos, those killings and everything. That was Professor Wole Soyinka's submission. And we saw his attitude, his expressions after that. And these expressions culminated to him and culminated in the fact that he pronounced that Peter Obi is not even fit to be the president of Nigeria. And he shouldn't contest, and by extension, he shouldn't contest in 2027. Now, tell me, if it is not tribal bigotry, why will a professor of international repute, a professor of national and international exposure, why will he make such a damning statement, if not for the push of tribal bigotry? So if Professor Wole Soyinka at that level could make statements like that, so who is this man that I'll be crying over? Then take again the likes of Tunde Bakari. We've seen the role these guys played in the past. You know, the way they fought hard to ensure that when it wasn't a Yoruba person, the way they fought and they spoke to ensure that we have good governance in the country, everything they spoke against, even the time of Buhari, although it was not as vociferous the way it was during Jonathan's time. But you see, these tendencies have been reducing and reducing and reducing. And when it finally gets to Tinubu, they are completely silenced. You can't hear anything from them again. Femi Falana, I think some of us, we've heard his outburst and we knew that this is not the Femi Falana that we all used to know. And take Adeboye, the general overseer of the Redeemed Church. Now, I'm keeping this for the last so that those people that believe that men are God, they will have the opportunity to listen carefully. And if they want to criticize, they can criticize. See, I don't really care who you believe in. If you believe in nature, you believe in God, or you even believe in the Anunnaki or the Neburis, those are not my problem. The problem is that the truth has to be said at every point in time. If you look at what this man did, I'm taking this man because he's an icon. The likes of this man, and some of them, they have the singular ability to bring sanity to governance in Nigeria. Because if people like this, if they are able to speak truth to power, I'm sure a lot will be achieved in a very short time. Take his activities, look at his outburst. Is in during Jonathan's time, everything he said, everything he did. When it got to Buhari's term, you see, Buhari was so devastating. Buhari was personally destructive. But this man kept saying everything to keep Buhari in power, probably because Osibajo, one of his lieutenants, was in Buhari's government. We all saw through the destruction of Buhari how the dollar, the exchange rates that we have today, it started during that time. And this man went ahead to encourage Nigerians that God was going to bring the dollar down, was going to restore that exchange rate to what we used to have. And we know that the rest is history. And let's not forget, just before Osibajo contested the primaries, immediately Osibajo announced that he was going to contest in the APC primaries. You know, they announced in this man's church, that the Redeemed Christian Church, they are going to form cells across all the Redeemed Christian Church, across the nation. They're going to form political cells or stuff like that. But immediately Osibajo lost out of the race, and we never heard of that again. I think that's shameful. That ought not to have been. You can't use the Church of God because you want to promote somebody from your tribe. And we've seen his activities since Tinubu came to power. I'm sure no other sitting president would have been tolerated the way these people have tolerated Tinubu. Now, having said all this, and there are so many examples that abound. Look at Abati yesterday, who was telling us, I think it was one of the videos Nigeria was played yesterday. Abati was telling us that if you are not satisfied with the outcome of the election, you wait till 2027. When these people know that even in 2027, we are not sure, we are never ever sure that we are going to get the results, the votes that we voted for, the results that we voted for. They know the way elections go in the country, but yet they keep telling us to wait for the next election cycle. When the last election we did, the results have not even been uploaded. The complete package of the results have still not been uploaded. Then somebody is telling us to wait for the next election, as if elections are free and fair in Nigeria, as if it is spirit that conducts election in Nigeria. So, having laid all this foundation, so it is critical for us to understand that that man that was speaking painfully, because when I watched that man, I was like, wow, this is what we all represent. It's only a few of us that believes in Nigeria as a nation. It is only a few of us, if not that. Tell me, what will any person see in Buhari, considering his antecedents, a common coup plotter? But yet they dusted this man and presented him up and above Goodluck Jonathan, if not for ethnic or tribal consideration. This is who we are. So that man just represents, is just a microphony of what we are as a nation. So that is why, For the protest, we must understand that this protest means so many different things to different people. So that is why if you are taking part in this protest, you really need to be clear in your head why this protest is necessary, why you should go ahead and do this, and the purpose. You must ensure that this protest serve the purpose that you so desire. It doesn't have to be on the whims and caprices of any person. You don't have to do follow. Just like people are regretting today that if they had known, they ought not to have taken part in the protest against Jonathan. But then the issues were very clear. We knew that it was politics. Imagine, what's his name again? Fayemi, former Ekiti state governor, coming out to tell us now that that protest was completely political, that they knew that the decision Jonathan took then was the best decision. Just imagine that. Fayemi, he said they knew it was the best decision, but it was due to political considerations that they have to stop that project. That protest. So the point in this is that even as you go into this protest, you have to be very clear in your head so that you don't come regretting after how many years. As for me, I am in full support of this protest. It is protest against bad governance, and we must be wary. We must be very careful at what point politicians are going to take over. It is the right thing to do. It is the proper thing to do. And for the people that are telling you not to protest, those people, I categorize them in different categories. Some of them, they are actually saying that because of the political position they occupy in the country. Otherwise, they could have told you guys to go and protest. Some people, they actually mean it that you shouldn't protest. They don't see any reason because of the gains they are getting politically. The reason I'm bringing this in is that because of the traditional rulers, for me, I think yesterday I was not able to have the time to discuss about that. For me, what the traditional rulers said yesterday when Nigeria was showcased, especially the letter vis-a-vis the letter that the Oba of Benin wrote. Now, for this issue, I'm categorizing all the traditional rulers together because let's look at it like this. They were all called for a meeting, and in that meeting, they were all advised to go and do so and so thing. So the way they do it now has, how will I say, a bearing on the kind of people they truly are. You can see some of them just wrote a letter, just simple letter, and some of them went ahead to keep talking and talking and talking. The issue is that let's ask ourselves this question: what will these traditional rulers, what could they have done in this instance if they have been given that mandate by the federal government? And let's not forget that your constitution places the authority of the traditional rulers under local government control. That is what your constitution says. So if it comes to high-level politics like this, it is difficult for the traditional rulers, especially when they were sent. It is difficult for them to make anything different from what they've been told to do. We must understand that, what they've been told to do. So the way I see it, just imagine if there was no meeting in Abuja, if the federal government didn't call any meeting, the federal government didn't gather all the traditional rulers to give them instruction what they should go and tell their people. If it was a case of a traditional ruler just waking up one morning and start making this statement that people should not contest, people should not protest, I will come for the jugular of that traditional ruler because that is his own personal intention. That is his own wish. That is what he wants because nobody has sent him. He's not acting under any directive. It is his own authority. He just wakes up early in the morning and start making those proclamations. But when they have been invited by the federal government, and after that, they all came back and start making a different statement. I think it is instructive. It is very reasonable to kind of cut them some slacks. But whatever it is, I don't agree with what they've said. That is why I said for me, the protest must go on. But for the whole things that happened with the traditional ruler, we must have to look at it robustly. They were sent on an errand, and that is what they delivered. If maybe they have woken up from their different bed on different dates and they start making proclamation, then I'll just round up now. Then I would have seen it in a different way. And in rounding up, I want to urge Nigerians that Protest is your constitutional right. It is the best thing to do at this stage. I want to say, Mr. Nanjawas, thank you so much for the time that you gave to me. And I'm sorry for earlier on. My mic was not just coming up. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good evening, Nigerians.
Thank you very much, Oga Chris. Thanks for your submission. Everybody have given a long submission today, but we're going to have our final submission now. As you know, it's Saturday. We're not supposed to hit 3 hours, but we're already about 3 hours. So let's do our final submission of 5 minutes.
Let me conclude my own.
No, I'll come back to you when it gets to you. Just hold on. You know.
Okay, thank you.
Let me start. Let me come to Moderator. Moderator, please give us your final submission, man. Good evening to you once again. 5 minutes. Final submission.
Okay. Yes, thank you, Mr. Elvis. Yeah, it was nice for you to give me this opportunity to speak again today. You know, it's not much, you know, I'm just going to say, but I'm just going to reflect on 2 things. One of them would be like the protest. Please, my people, do not allow anybody to intimidate you. Don't listen to anybody. As long as you're not hurting anybody, you're not stealing from people's businesses or destroying people's personal properties or government properties, please go and exercise your right. But please, one of my main requests is, please, can somebody just say, Wike, yes, some Wike should be removed as FCT minister. The second part is the Edo State elections. Olumide Akpata is the best choice, Edo people. Olumide Akpata of the Labour Party is the best choice for now, because the candidate of the APC has nothing to offer. The candidate of the PDP has absolutely nothing to offer. They are the same. APC and PDP is the same. Let us go for a new dawn, a new person that we know that can deliver, and that is the person of Olumide Akpata. Please don't listen to. They can give you all the face cap that they want. They can give you all the t-shirt, the apron, the broom, all the umbrellas. Please collect it. It is your money. It is your money. Collect it. But however, on the day of voting, September 21st, look for Mama, Papa, and Pekin and vote for Olumide Akpata and trash out APC and PDP, because we are sick and tired of being sick and tired of APC's thuggery, the lies, the propaganda, the continuous lies, abandonment, and propaganda. Let them be visiting you, eating corn and begiri and akara with you. It's all lies. Let them come to your village and tell you that, oh, we love our Edede and our Papa. It is a lie. They don't love you. After they've sold themselves to you, when they get to the seat, they don't even, in fact, you even have their number. You will not even see them. You even know how they look like for the stretch of time they're in government. So please do not vote for APC and PDP. Edo people, do not vote for APC and PDP. Don't allow anybody to tell you that it is this one's turn or it is that one's turn. That is a lie from the pit of hell. That is a poison that they put in your mind and your thought process. It is Labour Party that is the new dawn that Edo State needs. It is the Labour Party that is the new dawn Edo State needs. Olumide Akpata cannot be intimidated by the emperor Gestapo-like of government of Governor Obaseki, because we all know that he's behaving like an emperor. But he dare not try Olumide Akpata. They tried it with his billboard. The man dared them, and they did not even go close to him again. So we need somebody who is bold enough to talk to emperors like Governor Obaseki. We need people who are bold enough to take the bull by the horn and say, you know what? My people matter. I'm not going to do helicopter government. The one that will come and visit you in your village now and give you apron and say we are for you. And they will come and go and be giving all your traditional rulers kola nut and say we are the best person. We have been chairman of this. We are senator of that. Yet you are still the same. Open your eyes, smell the coffee, smell the egusi, smell it very well, because you are sleeping. And those people, do not vote for APC and PDP. They have nothing to offer for you. Since time immemorial, has anything changed in your life? All of you that sent your young girls and young boys abroad to go and hustle, is it not because Edo State is bad? So all that time you've ever had APC or PDP, nothing changed. So why are you voting for them now? Collect the umbrella, collect the face cap, collect everything. Now your money, collect them. But not vote for them. Not vote for them. They be liars. They be like thief when they come for nights. They break, they go wear suits and agbada and jalabia. They will say they be good person, they speak English. Now lie, they lie. Vote Labour Party. Olumide Akpata is your best choice, Edo people. It is listen, that is the only choice. That is the only choice right now. Do not vote for APC and PDP. Oh, those ones are coming to destroy us further. Edo State is looking like a pigsty where pigs they stay, where goats and animals they stay. We don't want them again. They get nothing to offer. If the one way there now, Governor Basaki has been there for 8 years. Markets everywhere they smell. Look at Ring Road. Even the Ring Road said the road don't even spoil. They don't feel fix them. See everywhere, just the dirty poto everywhere. You want to bring your brother join again. Una see for what did they do now? They swear for una. I ready for una today. They swear for